What is going on? If you came here to learn about Cardano and its recent announcements, then stick around. I'm going to bring you the top 10 reasons to be bullish on Cardano. We're going to look at its recent announcement of its testnet. We're going to look at its new smart contracts. And then, of course, its pending release of Shelley. I'm Maximilian. Welcome to BitAssist. If this is your first time here and you're looking for cryptocurrency reviews from a cryptocurrency consultant, then stick around and subscribe to our channel right now. With that out the way, we're going to jump into the top 10 reasons to be bullish on Cardano. Keep in mind, I will put skips through at the bottom of the descriptions, timestamps, sorry. So if you want to skip through to a certain thing, then make sure to use that. Fantastic. With that out the way, let's get to it. Very excited to bring you this top 10 reasons to be bullish on Cardano. Quickly though, before we get started, for those that are new to Cardano, let's do a quick update. And for those that know about Cardano, a quick refresher. So Cardano is a secure, sustainable, and scalable third-generation blockchain platform for smart contracts. It aims to provide the community with more advanced features than any other protocol yet developed. Cardano was built on a first principles approach that is driven by scientific philosophies and peer-to-peer reviewed academic research from the ground up. The aim of Cardano is to weave cryptocurrency and its innumerable advantages, equal economic power, a single point for all transactions, and efficient financial processing into current financial systems. Now, the developers behind Cardano are known as IOHK, Input Output Hong Kong. IOHK's design emphasis is to accommodate the social aspects of cryptocurrencies, build in layers by separating the accounting of value from complex computation, while addressing the needs of regulators within the scope of several immutable principles. So that is Cardano for you in a nutshell. Now, keep in mind, Cardano is one of the only, if not the only, peer-to-peer review cryptocurrency and is initially being developed out of a R&D research firm called IOHK. What we're going to do now, we're going to jump through multiple stories that have been at the top of the agenda when it comes to Cardano. First things first, let's jump into what Cardano have, IOHK have done over the last 2 years since inception of Cardano and prior to that. So 36 full-time researchers, 21 papers have been co-authored, 5 papers have been published, and 20 papers have been submitted and are currently under peer review. So as you can see, that they've been really busy doing a huge amount of research, try build out Cardano, and there's research teams specifically focused on different sections of the Cardano protocol. So what we can know is that Cardano is one of the few blockchains that is being incredibly researched all the time and developed all the time. Okay, so what is the recent announcements at Cardano? Number one bullish signal for Cardano is IOHK have released the Cardano testnet. Here, developers and end users of the Daedalus wallet can explore new features before they are deployed on the mainnet. Now, Cardano, yes, has been around for some time, but this is really great news. The testnet is now out in the wild and can be developed on or can be used and can find some bugs in it if there are any. So users can use test tokens to experiment with the existing system and learn how to use upcoming features with no risk of losing funds and with no cost. Of course, as I've said, IOHK will receive feedback and will look to deploy improvements. The Cardano testnet has been released with Cardano 1.4, which consists of the Daedalus wallet. The release includes a new wallet backend and a new API. For those that have used the Daedalus wallet in the past, it was quite clunky and quite slow. So this has really improved it, and other developments that we're going to go over have really improved the Daedalus wallet. So, point number 2 to be bullish on Cardano. IOHK announces the launch of the Plutus platform and Marlowe for Cardano and its smart contracts. So, this has been in development a long time. Cardano has been developing its own smart contract language with Haskell, and it's now ready, or the platform has been released. In a recent announcement, it's been revealed that the awaited smart contracts language made specifically for the Cardano blockchain Plutus platform has been launched. It turns out it was created with a functional language, Haskell, in mind, and does things slightly differently to what we are used to. So as opposed to sticking to one type of language, the Plutus platform combines 81 lines of Solidity and 149 lines of JavaScript. Now, the former will run on-chain, while the latter will run off-chain. You may ask yourself, what's the reasoning for this? Why have we done this? Why have Cardano done this? So web applications also run in two locations, on the server and on the client. The client provides a user interface to invoke code on the server. Further, because code on the server is expensive, one wants to move as much computational power off the server as possible. The link system allows developers to write a single source from which is generated both code for the server and the code for the client. So very, very clever. It allows you to pull a lot of the data off-chain. Okay, so as for utilizations of this new platform, the Plutus platform can be accessed 3 different ways. You can access it via the Plutus Online, Plutus Playground, or of course via Cardano. If you want to go through the Cardano Twitter handle, they've got a lot of great sources of content there explaining everything about the Plutus platform. So that's Plutus platform. Just to give you a holistic understanding, this is from Cardano. Plutus provides an execution platform and functional programming language that runs on the Cardano settlement layer and provides considerable security advantages. It delivers an easier, more robust way to show that your smart contracts are correct and will not encounter the problems found in previous smart contract languages. By using Plutus, you can be confident in the correct execution of your smart contracts. It has been designed with 3 major audiences in mind: developers, business experts, and academia. Plutus is embedded in Haskell, is familiar to Haskell programmers, while being easier to analyze than Haskell itself. So that all sounds really, really progressive and very bullish on the movements of the Plutus platform. Now, what is Marlowe? Marlowe for blockchain-based financial contracts. In addition to the launch of the Plutus platform, IOHK revealed that they've been working on Marlowe, which has been scheduled for launch sometime in mid-2019. As per the claims made, Marlowe is a domain-specific language which was created with the aim of supporting those who are comfortable with financial contracts and not so much with coding. So Marlowe, a contract language for the financial world. Marlowe is a new language for modeling financial instruments as smart contracts on the blockchain. It has been designed for people who are business engineers or subject experts rather than experienced developers, which sounds like the majority of people that are getting into crypto recently are financial people. It is a simple domain-specific language which comprises a small number of powerful building blocks that can be assembled into expressive financial contracts. It is embedded in the Haskell language, which has its own established ecosystem and testing framework. You do not need programming expertise to use Marlowe, and you can explore your Marlowe financial constructions with a browser-based contract editor and simulator. So that is very cool. It can really help non-technical people and financial people to be able to use this without having to, employ somebody that knows smart contracts. So big step in the right direction for mass adoption of Cardano. So that's number 2 out the way. Let's jump on to number 3. So IOHK just announced the release of Cardano 1.4, the most significant update for Cardano yet. So let's jump a little bit deeper into that. Now, what is going to be updated? There are exceptional improvements in the amount of hard drive space required to store the blockchain. Okay, so optimized block storage has reduced the number of files required from 1.3 million to less than 50,000 for 1 year of blockchain history, with all the performance improvements that it entails. The Daedalus wallet is now available on Linux. In bigger news, one of the most critical components of the Daedalus and Cardano SL, the wallet backend, has been completely rewritten for this release. As I've suggested early on, that the Daedalus wallet was by far one of the clunkiest and slowest wallets I had ever used initially. But since then, it's got a hell of a lot faster, and it can now boot up so much faster, considering it doesn't need to carry all this data to have the blockchain live. Okay, so reason number 4 to be bullish on Cardano. So Cardano in early December hit 70,000 subscribers on Reddit. Now that is a fairly large community, and you know, it just shows with all the recent developments that people are really taking notice of Cardano. Bullish subject number 5 is that we are very excited to announce the launch of the Cardano Ambassador Program. This is very cool. I know a few YouTubers that are part of this, and it helps to build the Cardano community. And I find this to be a bullish subject because there's not many cryptos or protocols out there with ambassadors, especially of the size of Cardano, that have their own ambassador program. So that's brilliant. So thumbs up to Cardano on that. And number 6, which is a big movement in the right direction for Cardano, is today. This is December 31st. Today, IOHK published the proof of stake paper. What a way to end the year. The paper is fundamental to having the side chains of proof of stake systems and is the first rigorous definition of side chains in proof of stake. Huge impact for Cardano and crypto in general. So that is a big move, and I believe Sebastian was one of the first to be working on this, and of course integral to the paper. So it says, following the update, the Cardano team released the official proof of stake white paper on the 23rd of December. The white paper goes over the proof of stake algorithm and provides an in-depth review of which proves its concept in an academic manner, something that has never been done before. So this is now the first ever academic paper on proof of stake, which can be used by academics forever after this, and is a massive move for Cardano in the right direction for its proof of stake consensus, and of course for cryptocurrency and proof of stake in general. Now, with the launch of this white paper, the proof of stake algorithm now has a provable construct which developers can now reference. The white paper focuses on the use of side chains within the proof of stake system. Side chains have been a core component for blockchain scalability and interoperability, but a peer review study had never been conducted. Now, the proof of stake white paper covers definitions on side chains, which they have been dubbed as pegged ledgers, implementation of the pegged ledgers along with the maintenance nodes, and detailed procedures on withdrawing funds from the side chains to main chain securely. So the release of the paper now brings the proof of stake algorithms to an academic level and will likely have a profound effect on all cryptocurrencies that use or intend to use proof of stake algorithm. So that is, was released at the end of December, and I do believe that a lot of people will be using this academic paper, and of course will be adding to it, or of course making it even better. So moving on to the next bullish point on Cardano is that the Emergo Trezor wallet, the Trezor wallet integration for Cardano is here. So Emergo had developed a wallet called the Yoroi wallet, and it's now got Trezor implementation. Of course, it's already got Ledger implementation, but now it's got both Ledger and Trezor. But what's really bullish about this is this Yoroi wallet and how many users it's got. So Emergo's Yoroi wallet is enjoying top stats. We are happy to announce that the Yoroi wallet reached #1 in productivity apps. So top new free category in the Google Play Store for Japan, and currently #2. Thank you for downloading and reviewing. So that's pretty serious that it's #1, was #1 in Japan for downloads, for free downloads, and for productivity, and then #2 at the moment. So, it shows you that there's a lot of interest in Cardano and its wallet, and of course sending and receiving ADA. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to move on to what we hope will be the implementation of the Shelley update in Q1 of this year. So let's go through this and read exactly what Shelley is. So the CEO and co-founder of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, recently confirmed that the Shelley update should be expected before the end of the first quarter in 2019. There's still potential that the release could come by the end of this year. This is obviously an article dating prior to 2019, but it's still relevant because it has yet to be released. Hoskinson said that 90% of the work is completed for the Shelley release. The build is ready from a design perspective, however, the implementation still needs some work. Okay, so what's so special about Cardano Shelley? Those with the cryptocurrency industry are excited about Cardano Shelley release due to the technology behind it. Thanks to the hard work of those associated with the project, Cardano will become both completely autonomous and fully decentralized. It will have 1,000 staking pools and will make it the most decentralized on the market. Based on the roadmap for Cardano, the Shelley phase will include the following developments: multi-sig transactions, enhanced wallet backend, light client node, networking, paper wallets, consensus and incentive fees upon the Ouroboros delegation. It will also be quantum resistant, a voting center, and there will be human friendly addresses. So that's insane. That sounds like a blockchain that would be able to be used by the next generation of crypto developers and of course crypto users or retailers or even investors. So that's very, very cool. The company also plans on moving completely over to proof of stake, as we've just discussed earlier. Hoskin points out that proof of stake is a secure system and that it works and that as it should be. So what's the future of Cardano then? There are many who believe that the Cardano project is going to be a powerhouse as we head into 2019. Of course, Hodgkinson is bullish on his own company, but he wants to ensure that it stays competitive during the next year. His goal is to move Cardano back into the top 5 cryptocurrencies from market cap perspective in 2019. In addition to its high market cap ambitions, Cardano also aims to become a way for third world countries to access finances. I know Charles is always speaking about projects that he's doing in Africa. I know he's doing a project with about 20 girls somewhere in Africa, developing supply chain management, and they're going to apply that to supply chain management of coffee, I believe, in the near future. So the purpose of the project is to give those in poverty a viable option to the already existing financial system. If or when this goal becomes reality, Cardano will be in a prime position as one of the most rewarding cryptocurrencies for investors. Cardano also plans to focus on improving interoperability, management, stability over the next year and a half. Based on its roadmap, Cardano will develop more complex protocols along with more exotic and interdependent cryptographic algorithms. Then lastly, just to finish off, thanks to its self-sustaining treasury, Cardano will never have to worry about funding for future developments. With this platform in place, Cardano can rest assured that it will always be in operation regardless how the market moves. As a result, those interested in investing in Cardano know that they can judge the project based on its adoption potential. So, that's a big thumbs up The fact that you know that they aren't just going to run out of funds so they can stop developing. As an investor, that's something that you would really need to consider. So yeah, that is Cardano, what it's achieved over the last few months, the 10 most bullish things about Cardano. I would love to know from you guys if you agree with any of these points or disagree with some. I tried to find the things that I believe were important. And if you've enjoyed this, make sure to give a like. If you're new here, then make sure to subscribe. And I'll be back again soon to bring you a cryptocurrency review.